Ogini kiji haneme imali nipe kamalite netitu muchuku atutu mbeki na noku chuku ogini kiji haneme imali nipe kamalite.
Take the child and his mother and flee, run away to Egypt, because Herod is about to start looking for him to destroy him, to do away with him. Again, take the child and his mother and return to Israel, because those who sought to kill the child are dead. Otito dere Jesu. The first one was flee, run away. Bagde goko ga hale bagde nilenya naza. Makano nwere ndụ nwa ha ga-adịgọị, and they want to destroy him. Run. Even though now some of you have the possibility of listening to my reflections and homilies over and over again because they are all recorded, I doubt whether any of you will remember my reflection on this reading on the Feast of Holy Family this year, or at the end of, towards the end of last year. Because last year, when I read this reading, I asked a simple question. And that is the question I'm repeating today. Let us suppose for once, that the life of Jesus was threatened where he was born, somewhere outside Nigeria. And God came to Joseph and said, take the child and his mother and flee, run away to Nigeria. Where will they hide? I told you that day. Hegbalata ansaka hejikowe. Hela ne hilltop. Mabalata ne gedede owerelu. Kabalata John Paul ne parish gine chara. They will be kidnapped. If they run to any Wezike, they will be used for rituals. Where will they run to in Nigeria and be safe? Will they be safe in your own family? Take the child and his mother. Flee to Egypt, because Herod is about to seek for him and destroy him. There is no more a safe place for the children of God anywhere in Nigeria. Because wherever you run to, you will find people who are seeking for innocent people to destroy them. And it did not start today. When Nigeria got its independence from Britain, I was too young to know what happened. For those of you who think that the bishop is young, I was born before the independence. And that is why I tell all those who want to go to Biafra that some of them have gone and have not yet finished coming back. Those who haven't gone before, join again. First. I was too young to know what was happening. But by 1963, when Nigeria became a republic, in Nigeria, I don't know what we mean. I was already old enough, because by then there were some songs we were singing, very proud of Nigeria. When I came to Marandabegum at this church, Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear need. Ozuono before I say Naya Chogo, the new anthem. Everybody was, though tribe and tongue may differ in brotherhood, we are proud to serve our sovereign mother's land. But asobuga anyị dere n'ọdụ gị. Obodo anyị Nigeria bụ obodo nke mmiri ghara ehi na mma na aṅụ n'ihu n'ime ya. Some of you here will remember that song. Ibo Hausa, Ibo Olu, Ibo onye ọchị, Ibo Igbo, ka anyị niile wee biri n'ofu. And we were happy, thinking that it was a reality. But only after 6 years, after Britain had managed to keep us together for about 100 years, after only 6 years, we could no longer stay together. Before we knew it, messages started coming. Take the child and her mother, run from Maiduguri back to the east, because they will soon be destroyed. Take the child and the mother and run from Port Harcourt. Take the child and the mother and run from Sapele back to Alibo, because they are to be destroyed. Gaing Balatara, Aharain. As we all ran home, as one room that was made for one man became a home for 12, a family of 12. And we decided to manage it that way. Did it end there? That time, after the killings continued, and eventually said, if you don't want us, let us go. And that was how the then Republic of Biafra was declared. I want everybody to put this on record clearly and correctly. I keep repeating it. Let nobody say that Biafra declared war against Nigeria. It is not true. Efforts were made to negotiate the terms of existence in a federal republic. There were dialogues, there were meetings, both within Nigeria and outside. None of those efforts bore the required and expected fruit. And instead of being exterminated in a country that no longer wanted her, this group of people then said, okay, let us be on our own, reluctantly. Those who are ignorant of history, says George Santayana, are likely to repeat the mistakes. And probably, in order not to teach our children the right thing, they have removed history from the curriculum of our schools. But then, when the police action was declared against a group of people who said, if you didn't want us, let us be on our own. Before then, we were told, na Biafra nwemmeri Ojukwu beze Biafra, edere ya na buri, Awolowo, Yakubu Gowon. Henwe iki meri Biafra, Biafra win the war. Amodoka, shelling machine fighters and bomber. Bom, henwe iki meri Biafra. Oshishi ba inkpo match, left, right. Oshishi. And we were told that the Abriba man, His hand alone will be holding a cutlass that will destroy all Nigerian vandals. You don't even need to run away. The day the Nigerian soldiers passed on Soka, Gaheteni Hubai, only had Badaga I lemo sorted. Biafra Wimiri, Ahwa going him and go there. Now let us know where we are coming from, so that we ask ourselves where the direction we are taking is the right direction. These are the things we have gone through. And after so many months, 30 months of hunger, starvation, suffering, blockade, it was all over. After millions had paid the price for it. After all the setback. And we say, no, let us try again to become one Nigeria. Let us try again to rebuild this country. Let us try again to be united. Let us try again to become a peaceful, harmonious country. And, of course, by then, the church was growing and praying and working hard. Take the child and his mother and run from any part of the north and come back south or east. We are still hearing this because there are some people who want to destroy the child. And as if that was not enough, even within any simple group, whether it is north, south, east, west, center, those who are living in southern Kaduna are the Igbos. Do they ever claim to be Biafrans? What wrong have they done to be constantly slaughtered? And as if that was not enough, some people who never even knew how the name Biafra was coined and how it was spelled, because you know that after the war, the Nigerian government thought that by removing the bite of Biafra and replacing it with bite of Benin, they would cancel Biafra from the minds of those who wanted to be independent. It does not work that way. What we thought would have corrected all these anomalies was good governance based on clear principles of justice, fear of God, respect for your neighbor, wherever he may come from. But because this is not happening, some people again have come back and saying, and they are saying, the only way forward is for us to scatter everything. Whichever way Nigeria wants to go, I want to tell all Nigerians this. We will not solve our problems by any structural changes in this country. Whether it is by dividing Nigeria into 20 independent countries, or by what we now call restructuring or devolution of power, or by any other name. I always tell people, we haven't even tried the one we said we want to be. We haven't tried to be a federation, and we have not tried to be a republic. Because in a republic, power is vested on the people who elect their representatives and can always call them back if they are not representing them well. You know what is happening in the Senate now when one particular constituency is trying to call back its own representative? Among Mugurulend representative in Kanye, Garbiajuani Hai, Chormeheja, Kamananda, Mdana. And in a federation, independent or semi-independent units agree on clear principles of cooperation. And we are called a federal republic. And we are neither a federation nor a republic. And we think that a simple change of name or structure will solve our problems. we are telling ourselves lies. Where is the problem? In us, Nigerians. Where we have to begin is a conversion of hearts for Nigerians. Anyị latag di Igbo, sine ndị Igbo ga-abụ one country. Ma anyị erugharịghị, anyị kpoleje ndị arụrụ ala lebu ndị Igbo. Every section of Nigeria has its own share of criminals and corrupt persons. The first place to start is the conversion of hearts. The first place to start is to kill the Herod within you. Let the Herod within every Nigerian die. That is the only way out. And unless that happens, no matter where we run to, there is no safety for us. But God is faithful. He promised through the prophet Isaiah, a shoot shall arise from the stock of Jesse, from the very people who have seen all this problem and who have been even sometimes its cause, a stock will arise. Our prayer and our hope is that a group will arise from Nigeria. A group that will love peace and justice and fair play. A group that will respect the principles on which a nation can be built. That group will still arise. But that group, you can also be a member of that group. That is why you are a Christian. Now take the child and his mother and return to Israel, because those who sought the life of the child are dead. Is Herod dead inside you? Is Herod dead in your family? Is Herod dead in your parish? Is Herod dead even in your sub-council? Is Herod dead in your diocese? This is the question we should be asking ourselves. Before we talk of the enemy outside, we have to look at the enemy inside. But no, evil will never have the last word. Never. One day, Herod will die. In the book of Revelation chapter 12, we read the story of the dragon that was in pursuit of the lady about to give birth. We know that the lady is a figure, is a symbolic name, is a symbolic person who may be used to represent our Mother Mary or our Mother the Church. But the important thing is that no matter how that dragon tried, it was not able to swallow the woman or her child. Even now, God's children will still survive. There is still hope for this country. And the hope of this country lies within the citizens themselves. The bishops of Nigeria are calling all of us to a change of heart. And the bishops of Onitsha and the ecclesiastical provinces, bishops saying, Kanye jugodo nonjo. That is where to begin. Let us say no to sin. Because wherever we run to, and there is still evil, we are not at peace. This last one, no for the Balatara Ligbo. Eke, Shinonu, Bote. Here in Igbo land, we saw python dancing in the afternoon. And before it finished its dance, if it had finished, some of our children were swallowed. We warned as bishops, telling Igbo young men not to allow some political predators and manipulators to mislead them, because that will only give an opportunity for the military and the police to lay siege on our land. They didn't listen to us. 2 months or a month after that, or Dagda. And very often you people will say, what are the bishops saying? what is the church saying. And as I always tell you, we talk and you, our Catholics, don't listen to us. Is it the government that you expect to listen to us when you, our children, are no longer listening to us? Let the Herod in you die, so that new life will begin. Because when we cry, Lord, you tell us to flee, the first question we shall ask you in this country, where shall we run to? Ayi gbajeko way. Since there is no safe place for us in this country. But there is an answer. If you bought the Sunday Bulletin, the Diocesan Sunday Bulletin today, there is a reflection written by Father Benedict Agbo. He provides an answer. Where shall we run to? And God says, run to my mother. Run to my mother. So, mother, we fly to thy patronage. Mary, mother, nne, anya agbabata na nchedogu. And we are running and flying to her patronage because Ogbamosa before. Ogbamosondo before. She has run several times from evil and the evil one. And she knows exactly what to do. She knows that the first thing to do is to be obedient to God's voice. Secondly, always to follow instructions. Follow instructions. There is a story being told. Mgbe Mary na Joseph balako Egypt. Mary na Joseph Jesu balako Egypt. As they were running into Egypt, they noticed that the soldiers of Herod were coming after them. And they saw a cave and ran into the cave. There was a spider inside that cave. And the spider saw this child and knew he was a special child and wanted to protect the child but could not as a spider. So what did he do? Well, nobody can give what he does not have. What I have, I will use to protect you. He went to the entrance of the cave and put a cobweb, a web, spider web. As the soldiers came, they were entering one corner onto another, and they saw that cave. As the leader of the soldiers, of the troops, wanted to enter inside the cave, he felt the cobweb. He said, no, there is nobody here. Because if there was somebody here, the cobweb would not have been there. If you listen to the voice of God, if you listen to the directives from our Mary, our mother, she will always tell you what to do. John chapter 2, verse 5. Whatever he tells you, do it. I'll give you an example. You hear now that Igbo people are being killed in the north. And you know where some Hausa men and Fulani men are living in Nsukka. The Malams, those who shine shoes, those who rear cattle. You know where they are in the environment. You hear the voice of our Lord telling you, go. The first house, any house of Fulani man you see, carry him into your house, disguise him, protect him, change his name to Ogbodu Gwoke. Will you do that? You will think it is foolish. When those servants were told to fill the pots with water and then to begin to draw the water to give to the master of ceremonies, they thought it was a foolish instruction. God's ways are not our ways. Whatever he tells you, do it. One of the things he will tell you today, be obedient to the voice of God, always be obedient to God, and love your neighbor as God has loved you, and as I love you, and as you love yourself. Never, ever return evil for evil. Be your brother's keeper. Lord, where shall we run to? Run to my mother. She will tell you what to do. Mother Mary, kuziere anyị.
Ọtụtụ mgbe ka ị na-anụ okwu Chukwu, ọ gịnị ka iji ha na-eme? Ịma gịnị ikpe ga-amalite n'etiti ụmụ Chukwu? Ọtụtụ mgbe ka ị na-anụ okwu Chukwu, ọ gịnị ka iji ha na-eme? Ịma gịnị ikpe ga-amalite n'etiti ụmụ Chukwu? Ọtụtụ mgbe ka ị na-anụ okwu Chukwu, ọ gịnị ka iji ha na-eme? Ịma gịnị ikpe ga-amalite n'etiti